Aloha! And welcome to our YouTube channel.
And in today's episode, we're going to be sharing with you 15 travel tips on driving the Road to Hana. A must if you're going to Maui.
A must do if you're going to Maui.
So make sure to subscribe, stay tuned, like, tell your friends, because it's going to be a pretty cool episode.
Here we go!
Number 1.
So one of the most important tips when you're going on the Road to Hana is that you're gonna need at least 2 days to experience it. It's about 52 miles long. So if you're going there one day, even if you go at 7 a.m., 6 a.m., you're not gonna get to experience the whole Road to Hana. Because remember, you have to go one way and then you have to go back, and you don't wanna drive in the dark, so you have to be back before the sun goes down. Tip number 2.
Start the day early. If you're gonna do the Road to Hana, like she said, it's 52 miles. This is not an hour drive, it's not a 2-hour drive. With all the stops, I mean, it could be more than 4 hours. It could be your whole day. So if you're gonna go, make sure to go early because there's gonna be a bunch of tourists with you on that road.
And what do you consider early? What would you say early is?
1 p.m.
No.
No, if you're gonna start early, I mean, you have to go, what, before like 6 a.m.?
Get out of your hotel, out of your resort by 6 a.m. and then go on the road by 7 a.m. at least. If you can do a 6 a.m., that'd even be better. You'll meet all the tourists, you'll get to do all the stops, and then you'll avoid all the traffic.
Tip number 3.
Get the Chaka app. If you don't know what it is, we're gonna be doing an in-depth review about this app. This app was a lifesaver for us. It is free to download. They have different tours, and each tour you have to pay a little bit for it, but it's considerably cheaper than if you were to hire a tour guide. And some of the things that we liked about it is that it has different tours. They're cheap considerably. They're about
14 bucks.
I think Road to Hana was about 10 bucks. So they have the original loop going the regular way to the Road to Hana, and then they have the reverse one too as well. And again, those are 2 different tours, about $10 each. And it's so much cheaper than hiring a tour guide. Why are you?
I'm just happy.
One of the other cool features that it has is that it works without Wi-Fi. All the maps are downloadable. You download them before you go on the Road to Hana. Somehow it knows where you are, so when you're driving, it'll tell you, oh, stop here for this waterfall, or go here for this hike, or this is the history of this tree.
One of the coolest features it has is it's going to tell you to stop at these specific locations that are kind of hidden gems on the Road to Hana, which are perfect for getting that epic selfie.
Tip number 4.
When you reach that waterfall that's 100 feet tall, you have to be careful about debris falling. So on these hikes in the Road to Hana, you're going to make a ton of stops to all these beautiful magical places, and you're going to see these signs and you're going to ignore it, you're going to trespass, you're going to keep going where it says stay out, and you're going to hit that waterfall. But you have to be very aware of your surroundings. So people get injured all the time from trees and rocks falling from waterfalls. So be careful. Tip number 5.
This is one of the most important tips that we have here on the video. When you see a local that's behind you, just let them pass. Remember that this is their island. They're sharing it with us. We're just tourists, we're visiting, and they make this drive every day. In the case where you're at an intersection where, you know, the cars are like in front of each other, just reverse. You know, reverse back and let them pass. It's just a courtesy, it's their home, and you get one of these in return. Tip number 6.
Check the weather before you go on the drive to the Road to Hana. So this kind of seems like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised. You're on vacation, you're not thinking about that. You're thinking about the beaches, the waves, the hikes, the selfies. You're not thinking that maybe it's raining or really like the roads are muddy. So make sure to check the weather, make sure to check that it's safe for you to actually go out there in the morning and do that drive.
And remember that Maui is very unpredictable. It could be sunny 1 minute and then it could be pouring the next.
Tip number 7.
So this is a delicious tip. When you're on the Road to Hana, you're gonna find a lot of fruit stands, a lot of different treats that you can purchase. But most of these vendors only accept cash.
And if you're looking for more ways to save, check out the video in the description on 15 ways that you can save money when you go to Hawaii. Ooh, I like that plug. Check it out!
Tip number 8.
Before you go on the Road to Hana, make sure to pack extra supplies, things like water and snacks. So don't forget, there's not a lot of stores out there. There's only like one gas station before you start the actual drive. So stock up on water, stock up on supplies. This is just in case, you know, something happens, you get a flat tire, you're stranded out there. At least you have some substance to survive for a bit. And also, it's gonna be all day that you're gonna be out there. So you're gonna get hungry after doing these hikes, you're gonna get thirsty, stay hydrated. Tip number 9.
On the road to Hana, the sun is your best friend. Remember, you gotta go on the road before, if you can, before the sun comes up. And you gotta be back before the sun goes down, because the last thing that you wanna do when you're on the road to Hana is drive in the dark. There's no lighting out there, there's no street lights. All you have is natural sunlight, so it is very dangerous. You gotta go back wherever you are 2 hours before the sun goes down. Tip number 10.
Fill up your car on gas before starting the drive to the Road to Hana. So the Road to Hana, over 52 miles, bunch of turns. You're gonna be stopping and going. You're gonna be going backwards in some situations because it's single roads, small bridges. So make sure you have a full tank of gas before you start the Road to Hana.
The last thing you wanna do is get stuck in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Because trust me,
People will get pissed.
it will push you out the road.
Tip number 11.
Remember, you have to be prepared for anything. So if you want to jump on the water, make sure you bring a change of clothes, a towel. If you're gonna go hiking, make sure you bring your hiking shoes.
Yeah, because you're gonna jump in the water, you're gonna get muddy, you're gonna get dirty. You're gonna want an extra shirt or maybe even shorts to change into when you're doing the drive back, just to be comfortable.
Next tip.
If you're somebody who's prone to motion sickness, you're gonna feel it on the Road to Hana. It's over 52 miles long, has over 620 turns, has 59 bridges, so you're gonna feel it as you're driving. So make sure to pull over, take stops, reset. If you have somebody else in the car with you, switch seats with them. Be a passenger for a while, take those pictures as the other person drives.
Also, you can bring the motion sickness medicine.
Or you can cheat. You can just cheat.
Or have some ginger. I heard ginger is really good for your stomach when it's upset.
Yeah. Motion sickness medicine.
Suck it up, get back in the driver's seat, and you keep driving.
Tip number 14.
Remember, you're on Maui time. So if you're on a rush to get anywhere, remember that there's no use on tailgating. You're not gonna get anywhere. So just relax, enjoy the views, enjoy Maui, enjoy the trees, the smells, the sounds. And if you have a Shaka app, just follow the app. Tip number 14.
The Road to Hana is beautiful, but don't be fooled. Crime still happens out there. So when you go out there and you do that drive, remember to secure your car and take your belongings with you. A bunch of signs warning you, telling you like, hey, beware, there's some car theft stuff going on here, people breaking windows. Hide your camera, bring your camera with you, don't leave cash in the car, don't make it easy for people to want to steal your car, don't make it, don't be an easy target. Secure your vehicle.
Tip number 15.
You're gonna want to stop on the Road to Hana and take that epic selfie picture. But remember, you're sharing the roads with everybody, and oftentimes it's all one way. So whatever you do not stop on a bridge. You don't want to be the person who holds up traffic for everybody. Find a spot to pull over on the side, and then walk your way back onto that bridge and take that epic selfie. Bonus tip!
So this is a really scary moment that we found out. If you guys hear it, you won't be scared. As you're driving on the Road to Hana, there's gonna be turns where you can't see what's around the corner.
Yeah.
So you're gonna hear people honk their horn. We didn't know what was going on at first, and then we caught on to what was going on. This is what the locals do. They honk their horn to let everyone know that they're coming, and you better get out of the way. When you get to those situations where you're turning and you can't see around, just honk your horn. This way it will let people know that you're coming, and it will avoid car accidents.
And that's it. Those are our 15 tips for driving the Road to Hana. Let us know if we missed anything or what you want to see next. And remember, this is part of a bigger series that we're making where we're giving you travel tips, tricks, and hacks going to Hawaii.
So make sure to subscribe, let us know what we should do next. Until next time, mahalo.